Hello everybody, welcome to today's live stream lesson from Ukulele Zen. My name is Stu. I'm so glad that you're here. Looks like we've got a whole bunch of people in the room already. Thank you for joining me. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Please let me know where you're coming in from, where you're viewing from, and go ahead and invite your friends who may be awake right now, or if they're not awake, invite them to the chat anyway. They can watch this live stream as a replay anytime. So let's say hi to a few folks. We got some folks from North Carolina, South Wales. Hello, David in Newfoundland. Got some folks from Scotland. Hello. Germany, Melbourne, Florida. We got Mark Sir Ukulat from British Columbia. Hey Hilmar, I can talk about pickups. I don't have an amplifier, but I'll talk about pickups on ukuleles. Thanks for joining me. Hey, while we're just getting started here, let me know how the sound quality is. If it's clear, if it's distorting. Is it nice and clear out there? I'm gonna dig in and let you know. You let me know. Hey Barry, good to have you here from Brewster, New York. Thanks, Bob. We got Lucas from Austria. Good to have you here. Ms. Jana from France, thank you. Got some folks from Michigan. Thank you. Well, welcome everybody. So glad that you're here. If you know anybody who would like to join us, please share the link to this live stream. We're going to jump right in to the lesson. Of course, I'm going to be saying hi to you this whole time, answering some questions in the chat. So glad that you're here. Hope that you'll stay for the entire hour because I have a couple of really cool things to share with you. As promised, what we're going to be covering is bar chords, reggae music, and we're going to play a couple of really fun and easy to play tunes. Steer It Up by Bob Marley, and also Pressure Drop by Toots and the Maytals. Bar chords are a tricky thing for a lot of folks, and I can understand why. I remember being a young guitar player coming up as a teenager, and learning my first bar chords were very tricky at first. So I have some tips and some suggestions that I think will really help you not only to physically be able to play these bar chords, but what they do is they open up the ability for you to move a certain chord all up and down the neck. It's a very important thing to be able to do. And before we get started, I'm going to drop in the chat right now a couple of links to some bar chord tutorials that I have made at my YouTube channel. So you could click on the links in the chat and just watch later at your leisure. I just put those in the chat, so please check that out. Those videos will offer some good suggestions and some good practice tips for making your bar chords easier. So let's get started with the lesson. How's everybody doing out there? I hope that you and your families are doing well. We're of course still in the COVID lockdown worldwide, so it's a very trying time. It's a time of a lot of uncertainty, and so playing music together, playing music on your own and with others like we're doing right here is a great way to stay connected and to have some stress relief. So let's get into that. We're going to find as we play these rhythms, we're going to have a natural release, a nice stress relief. Good to have you here, Trish, from Glasgow, Scotland. We may have a special guest today who is celebrating his 10-month birthday today, 10-month-old little baby boy. But I wanted to start with, before we even get into the bar chords, let's just play the three open chords of G, C, and D. And what we'll do is we'll, in a moment, learn the bar chord counterparts. I have some graphics I'm going to show on the screen. So let's get started with the G major chord, okay? Everybody playing their G major chord. That's first finger, third finger, second finger. Great. Let's warm it up with a little tremolo. Next chord, C major. Open, open, open. Third finger at the third fret. Hey Val, so glad that you're here. Anna, we might be able to do a little bit of Nirvana someday for sure. Next, D major is our open chord, and then we're going to play the bar version of all these. Now let's play them in the manner that most folks would play the tune, and we're just going to play just a moment or two, just a minute or so of this strum. Very often when people hit a reggae or an island groove on their ukulele, they like to play the down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. So I wanted to start with that, and then we'll jump into the bar chords and the reggae rhythm. The chord progression we're going to play is 2 bars of G major, then 1 bar of C, and 1 bar of D. To help you out, for those of you who are new to this, I'm going to be counting. Okay, so here we go. 2 bars of G, 1 bar of C, 1 bar of D, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, then you change to C, 2, 3, 4, D. Let's play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, C, 1, 2, 3, D. Keep it going. G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4. Hello to everybody just joining. We're gonna jump into the bar chords. First, we're warming up our open chords. You following along? G, 3, 4, G, 2, now C, and let's sing it. Here we go. Stir it up, little darling, stir it up. Come on, baby, come on now, stir it up. Oh, little darling, stir it up. 1, 2, C. Keep it going. G, C, D, G, C. That's the bass line, the chords. Stir it up, na na na. Little darling, I'll stir it up. One more time, 2 more times now. Little darling, last time. Oh yeah. And on G. As just a little warm-up jam. Little warm-up jam on the open chords G, C, and D. Now we're going to move into the bar chords. We got a whole bunch of people who just showed up to the live stream. Thank you so much. If you're happy that you're here and you want to support, click the like button. Please give this video a like and invite your friends by sharing the link. Appreciate that very much. There's all kinds of links in the video description below. I'll be talking about those in a moment. And we have a winner. I gotta share that there is a giveaway of tree picks. Every week we're going to be giving away these beautiful wooden picks made by Tree Picks in Calgary. I receive no money for this. I'm just happy to share the news of these very cool picks. You can get yours monogrammed at the website. Adam, who is the CEO and founder of Tree Picks in Calgary, Canada. He's a sweet guy, and he's giving away every week a package of Tree Picks. Some of them will have the Ukulele Zen logo on them. They're of different woods, and I love these picks because when you play on a nylon string with a wooden pick, you get a very sweet sound. When you use a plain old plastic pick on a ukulele, does not sound as nice. So real quick, gotta share in the link below if you want to win your package of Tree Picks. There's a link below to a contest. All I have to do is answer 2 questions, and I select a winner at random, and we'll announce it the following week, okay? And Adam from Tree Picks will mail yours out to you. This week's winner this week's winner is as we say in America, Stacia, but Stacia in Cornwall, UK. She won completely at random, of course. Thank you. Thank you for playing the Tree Picks game. Click the link in the video description below. You can fill out the form later. You know, hang with me now so we can get back into the today's ukulele lesson. But if you want to win some really cool Tree Picks, again, I'm not being paid to do this or anything like that. I just think they're a great product, and I think that you will enjoy them. So check out the link in the description below, and we'll continue with the lesson now. Please give this video a thumbs up if you're digging it, and how about we get into the bar chords and stir it up. Thank you very much for the comments. Appreciate that. One more, you want to hear one more quick example? We are going to get into the lesson. I know I said I would, but we have a special guest who's only here for a few moments. It's his 10-month birthday, Mr. Rowan Oliver. Hey, buddy. Rowan has a public service announcement for you. Sweet potato. Sweet potato. It's wonderful being a papa, as you can see, and as many of you know already. Wanted to share this little fellow with you just for a moment. He's going out for a walk now. Thanks for stopping in, Bear. Thank you so much. And we shall pass the bear off. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Thank you so much, baby. Love you. See you soon. Rowan has a special announcement, and it is that playing ukulele is good medicine. That's him, of course, playing a ukulele that I've given to him. He is working on a new technique where he chews it, but actually he does pick and strum the strings. We're teaching him some words. He knows strum. He'll drag his fingers across the strings, and he knows tap. So he'll tap and then strum. Anyway, thanks for entertaining me and allowing me to share a little bit of my life with you. I hope that you and your families are doing well. We're going to keep it going right now. Pardon me. We're going to keep it going now with the lesson. If you're digging what you're hearing so far, give this video a thumbs up, and there's some links in the description below that you might want to check out. All right, our bar chords, and how do we make them easier? In this screen, you can see the chord progression for Stir It Up and also the bar chord forms. Bar chords really do not have to be a struggle. The idea is that I'd like to share with you is to begin with no effort. With no effort. Remember, this is ukulele Zen. And the idea behind this is that, we start from paying attention to the space where we're doing nothing. So even if you've played bar chords a million times, start again from 0. I'd like you to follow me in this exercise. This will take just 2 minutes. Hold your hand out like this. Bring it to your instrument. And what we're going to do is we're just going to touch the instrument lightly. You see how my finger is covering the second string, excuse me, the second fret, so lightly that I'm not even making a sound. I'm just muffling the strings. Now, step 2, check in with the other fingers. Are they soft? Is your thumb soft? Excellent. That's step 1. So take your hand away one more time. Float it up as if it's weightless, like you're walking on the moon. Loose. Fingers are soft and floppy. You want to do this often so it becomes a habit, so it becomes programmed into the way you play. Next, you can see that the G chord has 2 other fingers. We place our middle finger right here. We're not even going to push yet. Right? Still just touching the strings, and then the ring finger is right there. That's the 4th fret of the 4th string. And I'll show you this on a high G tuned ukulele as well. Right now I'm on my low G tuned ukulele. Excellent. So here we go. It's starting to sound like reggae already. You know, if you listen to so many reggae tunes, especially the studio version of this very song, Steer It Up, you'll hear, I believe it's Bob's guitar, this very muffled sound. Well, paying attention to the sound, you can hear that the chord is sneaking out. Right? It's there. And the idea is that our hand, especially our thumb and our wrist, very soft. So let's keep it light and move through the strings gently. I'll break down the strum in a moment, but for now, just feel it. Nice. Try to lock in with my rhythm, and then take your eye off the screen and look at your hand. Check in that it's nice and loose, that your hand is stable but loose. And this is what a bar chord will eventually start to feel like. It'll feel like it's really the hand is hanging out in a very relaxed way. Paying attention to the loose sound. Thank you, Mad for You, Paris. Appreciate that very much. Thank you, Gyani. Thank you, Cookie. Thank you, Olga. Thank you. So we're locking in with this rhythm. Awesome. Cool. Let's move on to the next chord. You might be wondering, why aren't we squeezing yet? We will. Now, the next chord, C, move that finger up to the 3rd fret, and now these 2 fingers are going to be on some different frets. That's the 4th fret of the 3rd string. This is the 5th fret of the 4th string, and we have our C major shape. You can start to hear, once again, that sound is popping through. And if you position your fingers right over the frets, you can make that effect really come out. But yep, some folks like to play this chord shape like this with just a little bit of the 1st finger, just covering those 2 strings, and that's cool too. Whatever works. There is something nice about keeping that finger across all the strings, because now look, we can move from one to the next one. Now, we're going to work in a couple of ways in just a moment. Thank you for hanging. You know, I know there's a lot of online ukulele things going on, live streams. I appreciate you hanging out with mine. We are going to jam. I like to offer classes as well as jams, so I appreciate you hanging out with a school here. Let's move through all 3 shapes, okay? We covered the first one right here. Yep, just keep it nice and loose. Next, the C shape, you slide up 1 fret, and I know we're going slow. It's so you can maintain connection with that loose feeling in your hand. The 3rd chord is D, and for that, we're going to move up 2 frets. The same shape is just moved up 2 frets. All right. Later on, when we play pressure drop, we're going to play a slightly different version of D, but for now, it's just simply moving the 3rd fret bar chord up here, okay? If you got any questions, please feel free to drop a question in the chat. If everything's clear, let's move on to, the rest of it, and that's going to be to keep the rhythm going while we slide up. We will squeeze, I promise. We're going to squeeze, but this is keeping your hand nice and loose. So what we're going to do is we're going to strum this rhythm, and it's really intuitive, right? We don't want to overthink it too much. It's basically a down and up strum of 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But on 2 and 4, we're going to whack the strings a little harder, okay? Just shaking water off our fingertips is what it feels like, okay? And this gives one of many classic reggae rhythms. This is one that's a nice one to use, okay? So let's do this. Join in with me, and we're going to play. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, G, slide up to C, D, G, G, slide up to C, D, boom, 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 la la la, la la la. If you're comfortable singing, this is a great chance to start to warm up your voice with deep breaths and just free singing. So sing anything. Whoa, 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 little darling, la, 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 zo-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-do. Couple more times, please. Za-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. All right. Somebody, or if you are feeling that this is relaxed, you could take your hand off the instrument and put a smiley face in the chat, or a thumbs up in the chat, or say hello in the chat, or whatever you want. Let me know that this is feeling relaxed. And now we're going to get into the squeeze. But we want, of course, first connect with what it's like to be super, super relaxed with our playing. All right? The whole time we're doing this, we're training our hands to be accurate while they are just chill, And if you want to go deeper in your own way, make sure that you find a way to apply these 2 words to your playing. You don't have to, of course, but breathing deeply is, of course, central to life, being more relaxed, to just remember to come back to the present moment, to breathe, to smile. We all got to do this. It's all where, and everybody can use a gentle reminder. I sure can. Many times I just stop and I strum one chord. I breathe, I smile, I come back home. All right. Thank you very much. If you're digging this so far, please give it a thumbs up. You can also support. There is a sale going on in my website store. I'll announce that in just 6 or 7 minutes. There are links below if you want to support with a donation or something from my store. There's a big sale going on. Appreciate it very much. But I want to keep on going and keep giving you some goodness. Now, the squeeze is going to happen on the accented beats. You can eventually squeeze in lots of different places. And when I say squeeze, it means that you apply a little bit of pressure and then go back to the relaxed place. Okay, so we'll call the relaxed hand the scratch. And then when we have a little more control, what we do is we just squeeze a little bit and then release. Try to connect with the scratch in a deep way, so it doesn't feel like a tremendous amount of effort. It's just a little squeeze and then you come back, okay? In time, you'll be able to turn off the hand quickly. All right, let's do this together. I'm going to demonstrate, and then we'll keep on going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Try it out. Oh, la 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 la. It's been a long, long time since I've got you on my mind. Ooh. Keep on strumming. Now you are here. It's so clear to see what we could do, honey. Just me and you. Come on now, steer it up. Sing along, everybody. Little darling, steer it up. No, 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 no. Come on now, steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. We're going to take a break now. Yeah. So, to summarize, and then we'll go deeper and take some questions. You can play the song with the open chords like we were just doing. And that's a great thing to do, of course. Okay. D could be a D7. All right. And you can also use this reggae sound, which is a nice thing to do because it's a bit more authentic to the reggae rhythm guitar sounds. You can even, once you're really comfortable, going back and forth is a wonderful thing to do. So you could have like, steer it on, open chords, little doll, and then for the verse, long, long time since I've got you on my mind. All right, you get the idea. You can have contrasting sounds for the different sections of your song. All right. Bar chords, to summarize, start with the hand. And you want to do this a lot, really. This is not something we just do once and then we're done. This is a practice, and practice means repetition. Repetition, careful repetition, with a smile, with kindness, without hurrying, will always bring the best results. That's what I found. I've been teaching ukulele for almost 20 years now. Been playing music since I was a little kid, and every time I've learned something, I've always had to go slow. And even when I know something right away, I still go slow. That's just me. I have found that going slow not only helps me to learn things in a deeper way and retain it for longer, but I have less stress and music becomes less of a struggle and more of the joy that it's kind of meant to play, meant to be. So, any questions? We've got a couple of things that we could talk about with this one rhythm. You know, the squeeze could be a short 1, 2, 3. Just 1. And that squeeze could be held down for the entire beat, so we get down up sounding out. In a moment, we're going to practice this together. Let me demonstrate. Here again is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try this out. Squeeze lightly. Yeah, we're going slow, so it's nice and easy. And the other thing to do is to hold down for the entire beat. So the entire beat 2, the entire beat 4, and then we'll hear down up. That'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's awesome to do is to have patterns of short and long squeezes. And that would sound like this. On a high G, it sounds a bit like this. right? So I'm holding it for a short squeeze, just 1/8 note, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I'm holding it for a whole beat. Don't overthink it. Just think short, long, or you can think jing, jing it, jing, jing it, which actually is maybe the best way to think about it, just to get into a place where you're using your voice. All right. So that would sound like this. One more time on high G. 1, 2, join in with me. We'll make a pattern of short and long. Okay. Jig, jing it, jig, jing it, jig, jig it. I'll answer the questions in just a sec. Thanks, everybody. And of course, you know, we're only playing the rhythm part, the rhythm guitar part on ukulele, the bass. You need that bass in the drum. So play along with recordings. Great recordings of this song are, of course, Bob Marley's original, and listen to his live versions. If you haven't heard Babylon by Bus, it's a classic live album by Bob Marley and the Wailers. I mean, just an awesome, I defy anyone to listen to that and not dance. It's just such a great record. So anyway, let's answer some questions. Bob from Florida is asking, seems my knuckles are larger than the rest of my fingers, so some of the strings don't get compressed enough. Yeah, I got a suggestion for that. And you'll want to check out some of these videos. I'll put them in the chat. You can check them out later. And I address that in detail in these videos. A good thing to do with the bar is to gently roll it a little bit this way. Okay, so we're actually not using the underside of the finger, but more of the side. And this is a big deal because everybody's knuckles are a little different, and you know, you want to find the flattest part of the finger. Okay, so just experiment. Always start from that light place and just roll it a little bit, and you'll find the flat part of the finger. Second thing about knuckles, and this is all covered in detail in one of those videos I just put in the chat, the 10-minute bar chord overview. At the end of that video, I show 4 principles for your fingers. Really will help you. You want to find where your knuckles, you know, get intimate with the knuckle structure of your fingers, because sometimes it can be helpful to know, okay, my knuckle is not so big there, so I'm going to need just to scooch it up a little bit so I get a good part of the finger touching the string. All right. Don't overthink it. Go on feel. You know, we always want to go on feel more than thought. Yes, our thoughts are important. We want to analyze what's going on, but ultimately we play by feel, right? Music is a physical thing. And with the ear. Yeah, thank you, Ellie. That's a great question. So, here's a great thing. And in the future, when I teach about scales, this idea of the very loose, deadened sound can be very helpful. What you do is, this is very applicable to scale technique. You just squeeze a little bit, get a sloppy sound on purpose. Get a sloppy sound. And while you're getting the sloppy sound, try to keep it all super loose. And just examine the details. You know, you'll want to take some time with this. And then just squeeze a little more until it's clear. And then you need to make an imprint of that. It's like taking a screenshot on your phone. You take a physical imprint. What does it feel like? And you might need to do that many times. And eventually you will remember, that's how much pressure I need. And if I put any more pressure, I'm just hurting my hand, you know? So it's a trial and error kind of thing. Yep, see, I get completely dead sound, then I buzz, a little sloppy sound, and then just find out how much do I need to push. And you might have to adjust the finger position and all that good stuff, all right? Thank you for hanging with this. I know this is not your typical ukulele jam where we just go from one tune to a next, where I'm trying to go deep into something that I think will really help you. So let me know if you're digging this by giving a thumbs up, and I appreciate it very much. We're going to answer some more questions. Can I quickly share with you that I'm having a 25% off sale. There's a promo code and links in the description below. If you would like to enjoy some of my music, some of my CDs, there are t-shirts, ukes, not nukes. We got the breathe and smile, the Zen turtle, a whole bunch of other goodies there. So just want to share that with you. It's going on till the end of the month, okay? And there is a giveaway of tree picks. Big congratulations to Stacia in the UK. Thank you. There's a link in the description below where you can just enter your email, give me your name, and you will be entered into a drawing. And your information will not be shared. I don't do that. And you may win a collection of nice tree picks. So thanks very much, everybody. And last but not least, if you would like to support in other ways, there are some links down below if you want to become a patron and get some cool perks. It's all there. My mailing list at my website. Please sign up for that. Sure would appreciate that. Looks like I turned my head the other way. And that's it. Commercial break over. Thank you for your support. I sure appreciate it very, very much. Don't forget to play music every day. It's good for your heart in two ways, really. Thanks very much, everybody. Oops, I touched the wrong thing. Pardon me. We're back. Are you ready to jam another tune? Let's play another tune, and I want to teach you another rhythm. This live stream will be available as a replay, so you can practice along with it anytime. Hey, Cassie, haven't heard from you in a while. Bienvenidos. Glad that you're here. Yeah, James, if you're looking for a really great ukulele that will take you into the future, check out some of the links below. There's a great Kala tenor that I think you'll enjoy. But everybody else, please feel free to chime in on James's question. Let's just see if there were any other questions before we move on. Ukulele magpie, I get pain in my index finger, and yeah. Okay. So everything that I shared earlier, just keep on applying that. It's really crucial that when we squeeze, we don't overdo the touching of the thumb. It should be very, very loose. Okay, just connect with the soft touch, and in time, you will be able to play these with greater ease. All right, I know everybody's fingers are different, and if we were in the same room, like I used to tour before COVID, I would be able to offer you a real-time solution. But for now, let me just say that just continue to keep it light and program the effortlessness into your playing. Pay close attention that the thumb is loose, and it'll be lighter and lighter. Let's move on to pressure drop. Almost the same exact song. There's only one chord that's different, and that is D. And of course, the rhythm is going to be a bit different, as well as the chord progression. So what we do for the D chord here is we have the first finger covering the second fret, and then the pinky covers there. I've curled my fingers back so you can see what's going on, but actually, when I play, they're just hanging out. So this is for Ukulele Magpie, and everybody here in the room, everybody here is hanging out at this live stream. Thank you for hanging here. Is that it's very it's really good just to start right here, squeeze a little bit, get a sloppy sound, make your adjustments, squeeze a little bit, and then let go. It's a good idea to really actually physically let go. Like, take your hand away, have a cup of tea handy, or whatever you want to imbibe, and this will break the connection with the instrument. Hold it once and then let go. All right, Toots and the Maytals. to jam this in a moment. I'm going to share with you a different kind of ska, upbeat reggae Jamaican strum. For those of you who don't want to play bar chords, that's cool. Play G, 4 beats, D, 4 beats, C for 4 beats, G for 4 beats. The strum I'm playing with bar chords is this. I strum on the up beats. D. Now this is the foundation for the rhythm. We're going to add some other rhythms in a moment. D. We're going to do this in a moment. Thank you. Gotta make sure I'm totally clear with you that every time the sound shuts off, 1, and my hand is so loose that if you could reach out the screen and hit my hand, it would just fly away. You know, that's how loose it is. It's just so floppy. So find that loose, relaxed place with your wrist, your hand, and your palm, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. D. C. We're going to go through it again at this slow speed. La la la, yeah, and stop. Nice, nice. Now you can of course play the open chords. Totally cool. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so it's mute. Up, up, down, up, 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 down, up, up. 1, 2, here I go. 4, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Thank you for hanging. Thanks everybody. I'm going to write out this rhythm for you to see. Okay, I was going to write it out ahead of time, but I thought it would be really helpful for us to see it written down in real time. We've got about 15 minutes left. Thank you for hanging with this reggae and bar chord lesson. We're in 4/4 time, and we're going to play G. And the rhythm is we rest, and then we play an 8th note with an up strum. The scratch is a down strum, okay, and it's X because it's muffled, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and then when we get to 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and so here is where that we play the and of 4 and then the beginning of the next bar we play down up with the notes ringing out. So that's 1 is the scratch, and I'll hold this up to the screen. Sorry. 2 and 3, and 4, and 1, and then it just continues. So it's up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 up. Oops. Let's hold it up. 1, 2, try to read it backwards. Up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, up. Thank you for that super chat, Bernard. I appreciate your support. Thank you. If anybody else feels like supporting, there are links in the description below. It can be a little bulky to write it out, especially looking at it backwards with a pen. But what we are doing is we are playing on the ands of 1, and of 2, and of 3, and of 4. And then the second measure, we begin with a down up. This is just a little ska strum, one of many variations that can be played. So let's try it with the open chords at first, okay, just to keep it easy. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and here we go, and 1 and 2. Now, of course, we would play this faster like this. 2, 3, 4, 1. I'm getting the muted sound effect of a bar chord by taking this part of my hand, and after I strum an up strum, I just touch the strings with that part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you, Carl. Good to see you. Hi, Janice. All right, so that's the rhythm. Just like the reggae rhythm earlier, jank, 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 jank. It's great to scat it. It's really an important thing. So before we play, clap your hands like this. Come on. Thank you, Ukulele Magpie. Appreciate that very much. Thank you for that super chat. Ooh, and a cool chicken. Is that a chicken offering me some soup? Appreciate that. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and boom. This is the way rhythms are taught. Not only traditionally throughout the world, but in music school, my teachers would send me back to the practice room when I was studying classical guitar. They send me back to my room until I could count and sing the Bach. They wouldn't let me play it on guitar. So that was my experience. Music was an oral tradition. So as you learn this, you can just simply make the sounds on your uke with your voice. Let's try a little faster. So when we put this all together, I know we're going kind of quickly here. Let's try it. Let me demo first, and then I'll break it down. 1, 2. La la la. I say pressure, oh pressure, pressure gonna drop on you. I say pressure, oh pressure, oh yeah, pressure gonna drop on you. Thank you, Jennifer. Doo-doo. Thank you for that super chat. I know this can be tricky, so you can change the strum to anything you like, and you can also play the open chords. So that was a little window into the ska strum. Remember the time of, this is about 52 minutes into the live stream. This is where I'm going to very clearly break it down for you at 52 minutes, and you can watch this again. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's the foundation, just every upbeat. And there are many different variations. One common one is to put a down up strum on beat 1. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the strumming in all of this music is really percussive. Not just percussive in its tone, but percussive in that its role is to keep the groove, while the bass and the drums are kind of, they're the lead instruments in a way, while the ukuleles and the guitars and the pianos are holding down the rhythm part. Ska, reggae, rock steady, so much to explore with this. Thank you, Alma. I appreciate that very much. I got a few more things I want to share with you. I really appreciate you all hanging. We've got over 130 people in the room. I so appreciate you hanging with me on your Sunday. I'm going to be doing these every Sunday, and the next 2 Sundays in a row, there's going to be a holiday jam. And for that, I'm going to put up a song sheet, a song book, and there may be some moments where I teach, but we'll mostly just jam, okay? I know my live streams are more of a class, and I hope you like that. This will be a little more of a jam, and I'll also perform some solos for you. I'm working on a couple of Christmas and Hanukkah and holiday favorites. So join me, please, and spread the news when I announce it. Next 2 Tuesdays. Before I share the last thing, let me just make the little announcements. If you please, if you dig this, you can support by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Please click the subscribe button. There are links in the video description below if you would like to make a little donation. I so appreciate that. Our times are difficult for everybody, especially traveling musicians like myself who can't work. So this is really the way, this is the new way we're working. So any support is of course appreciated. I'm also having a little holiday sale at both my online stores. There's t-shirts, there's mugs, there's stickers, blah blah blah. Visit the links in the description below if you would like to hang with that stuff. And don't forget, if you want to win, I believe it's a pack of 4 picks, and it'll ship anywhere in the world. Go to the link. It'll be open for another 24 hours, and you can get some beautiful tree picks. They really are a super cool sound for a nylon string instrument. And you'll also get the Ukulele Zen tree pick. So they're really nice sounding picks. Of course, ukulele is usually played with the fingers, I love to also play with a pick, and these wooden picks are so cool. Again, there's no financial reason why I'm sharing this with you other than I want to give them away, and the owner of Tree Picks wants to give away picks to you. They just want to give them away. He's a really sweet guy. Congratulations to Stacia, or Stacia as we say here on my side of the pond in the UK. Thank you. So go check the link below. I want to share with you one last little goodie that I think you will enjoy. Let's go back to Steer It Up, okay? Now, we're not going to work with the squeezing and the bar chords. Do a little bit of that every day with, with a very light touch, and you're going to make progress. What I want to share with you is something so cool. Inside of every chord shape, there are melodies. If you take the movable D major and you just pick the third string and then the first string, these are sixes. And I teach extra goodies like this at my Patreon page all the time, including this very concept I'm sharing with you. So when you're playing this, you can move from this. Thank you, Blue Sky. I sure appreciate that. Blue Sky 1027, thanks for that super chat. You're the best. Down 2 frets to the C. And then when you go to G, you play these two. Oh, Michael, hey, good to have you here, man. Didn't realize you were in the room. Thank you for that super chat. Appreciate that. I'm going to break down what I'm doing in detail. I always do. I know I'm a little... I take it slow. Hope you don't mind. That's my style. I want you to get it. And this is complex stuff if you haven't done it before a while. So what we're doing here is we're playing melodic sixes. Don't sweat what that means if you're not sure what it means. Essentially is that there are 6 scale steps between this note and this note. There are 6 scale steps between this note and this note, this note and this note, this note and this note and this one. And you do this on a high G as well, and what you get is you get this really cool melodic lick that fits right, it's right inside the chord. So you play your D major shape, just pick these 2 notes. You can break them up by picking with the thumb and the index. Or you can pinch and play melodically. Now move down 2 frets to 4 and 3. Yeah. And now down to here, 2 and 2. And that's really inside of your G chord. We're playing it with 2 and 3 because you see on my ring finger, my middle finger. My middle finger just stays right there, right? And now, easiest one of all, open and open. And then just go home to G. Voila. If you happen to be playing a low G tuned ukulele, there's a link in the description below with this man's ukuleles. If you want to check him out, you would play this. Which, guess what, is right inside of the bar chord, okay? I know. Let me demonstrate. So there's a whole room full of ukulele players playing along with me right now. Come on. Just play your open chords. Play whatever rhythm you like. Sort of Devadatta. Different chord, but very similar. Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. Yes. So here we go. So I was using these collections of notes going up, ascending, sometimes sliding into the note. That's a nice sound. Kind of sounds like a honky-tonk piano. Or descending. that's a sound you've heard, excuse me, that's a sound you've heard millions of times. You know, it's in Bach, it's in Mozart, it's in not only classical music, but so many other pieces of music. Bob Dylan's If Not For You, babe, I couldn't find the door. I'd be nothing new, be sad and blue, not for you. And then at the end of the bridge, if not for you, my sky would fall, rain would gather too. Not for you, I'd be long, long gone, be lost without you. If not for you. Okay. Maybe you don't have that recording burned in your brain like I do, but go listen to Bob Dylan's If Not For You. There's a famous clip of him on YouTube singing it with George Harrison. I think it was some live event. Maybe it was the concert for Bangladesh. If you know, let me know in the chat. Anyhow, going on that little Bob Dylan tangent to show you that this little thing I'm sharing with you is used in so many tunes, and then you can start to use these notes to play around the chord changes. You're playing Steer It Up, and you can C, D, G, C. I know this stuff is more of a, maybe it's a little more intermediate level stuff, but it's never a bad idea to test out new stuff. Okay, so watch this live stream again if you want to, rewind that section and just get that lick under your fingers. I show that kind of stuff in a lot of my videos at my YouTube channel. It's about time for me to land the plane. Trish, I just want to answer a few more questions. Trish asks, tell us how the best way to play with a pick. I will show you in a future live stream. I'm actually working on a whole bunch of things to use a pick. In a nutshell, go hitchhiking, okay? Put the pick right about there. And, you don't want to hold the pick like this. You're not drinking tea with you're not drinking tea, like with Mrs. Howell on Gilligan's Island. It's not tea time. It's you bury the pick like that. Yeah. And then you just make a nice sound just by pushing through the string. These wooden picks really do sound nice. So, a couple more questions, and then gotta land the plane because there's a certain little fellow who is waiting for me. Thank you so much for hanging. Appreciate you learning and just jamming along with me. I really, really appreciate you being here. A couple more questions, and then let's get back to Hilmar asks, you don't use pickups. I have a microphone. When I perform live, I always prefer a microphone. I just think a microphone, a good condenser microphone, gets the best sound. I also have a pickup, and I will plug in, and maybe someday I'll bring my amp down here and I'll do some looping and stuff like that. A long time ago in a previous life, I used to play a lot of loud electric guitar and stuff. So I still have all my effects and stuff like that. But yeah, I prefer the acoustic sound, just me. But I tend not to use a pickup. But if you have a pickup, go for it. This Griffin ukulele has a MISI pickup, M-I-S-I. Great pickup. It really has a nice sound. USS Concord, Web Dude, can I put a breathe and relax t-shirt, a breathe and smile in a long sleeve? Yeah, I'll get on that later today if you're really interested. Totally, man. I'll do that. Thank you. Thank you, Wolfgang. Glad you're here. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice birthday party, a nice little 10-month birthday party for our little guy. He's 10 months old. We got a couple more comments here to read. I changed strings to low G. This is from Prachocholos. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Excuse me. I don't know if that's a Greek name. Pracholokos. I changed to low G, and now they sound really dull. Yeah, so that can be an issue of the type of strings, or maybe your hands just prefer, and your ears may prefer the sound of a high G. You know, there's no right way. There's just your way. I will say this, that if you really hang with this, light touch and then squeeze, and important, stop immediately. You know, it takes time, but you'll see, you'll be rewarded. You'll reap the benefits of that, just going slow and loosening up, programming relaxation into your bar chords. So everybody, Michael, so glad you're here. Thanks, Michael McKinney, chiming in from the beautiful mountains of California. Thank you. I am here in southern Vermont. It's cold. It's turning into the holiday season. We will be doing some holiday jamming next week and the week following. I have some nice Hanukkah, Christmas, and seasonal party songs that I think we'll have a good time with. Stu Popkin asks, early on in this lesson, you played a line of individual notes to supplement the basic rhythm. I don't have that written down, and I'm not sure what I did, honestly. I'd have to replay. I improvise a lot. Oh, I know what you mean. The bass line. This is how Stir It Up begins. I'll teach that in a YouTube video coming up. I don't want to go too long today because the little bear is he's got a birthday party, a 10-month birthday party. But I will totally teach that. Go listen to the original recording of Bob Marley's Stir It Up. You'll hear that bass line in there. Yeah. How's everybody doing out there? Thanks for hanging. Stay safe, everybody. Hope you and your family are doing well. I know this lockdown can be maddening. We all miss each other. I miss getting out into the outside world where I can tour and present concerts and workshops. I miss it a lot. But I hope you're staying safe and hunkering down, playing music. And when we play music, just remember that it really is medicine. You know this already, but I just want to remind you that one of the great medicines is how music, when we are listening deeply, it takes us back to the moment. It takes us back to the present moment. The simplicity of just seeing clearly what's going on. All right. So I wish you all the best, a good return to the present moment. And I think that is just about it, except for those of you who are still hanging out. If you are still here, we are going to do a very quick meditation. And so we can end cleanly. I'm just going to say one last time that if you want to support this, there are links below to my store, donation if you are so called to do so. Thank you. I want to lead a very short listening meditation using a singing bowl, and then we'll build a bridge to our ukulele. We could do this for a whole hour, but we'll do it briefly. Okay? Thank you, and I hope to see you next week at my next live stream. Same bat time, same bat channel. Check the links below to enter into the Tree Picks giveaway. And thank you for being here. I hope that you are doing well. So, please sit upright with your feet on the floor if you're comfortable to do so. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Gels Art Studio. Webmaster PLUC, haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for joining. D, thanks. Salvatore, oh, thank you. I'll pass on a big hug from him. Salvatore, thank you. Big love to everybody out there, the ukulele world. You know, we like to have a good time, of course. So thank you for hanging, spending some time with me. If you want to sign out, that's totally cool. If you want to hang out for just another few minutes, we're going to listen to this singing bowl. This is very, very simple. Meditation is not a complex thing. I just want to invite you to put your feet on the floor and listen deeply to the sound. You may like to close your eyes. I will ring the bell 3 times and just pay attention to your breath. Try to bring your concentration to the breath. Okay, this is not about stilling the mind. It's just observing what's going on in the present moment. So just breathe. You anchor yourself with your listening and your breath, and let us enjoy a moment of peace together. Thank you. Just allow your thoughts to pass through your consciousness the same way clouds pass freely through the sky. Listen to the bell as it rings into silence. Slowly open your eyes. Slowly pick up your ukulele. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everyone. Trish, the chat is here. Not at the Patreon post. Now let's just hold the space, that deep listening, and then we will end with this. Apply that deep listening to your chords and your notes. It only takes one breath to come home to the present moment. This is very, very helpful. You strum one chord, let's say the G chord, and when you strum it, listen to it the same way you listen to the bell. And you're so much more alert now with your music. This doesn't mean that everything we play is slow or of a certain quality like that. You can play Rippin' Chuck Berry or Van Halen or whatever lights you up. But we do it with that sense of relaxed awareness. And that's what deep listening brings to it. Brings to music. And that's what, in my experience of playing music for all my life and playing it for people in cancer wards and many, many places, the medicine of music comes from our deep listening. So you can do this over and over again, you know. you see, just play like a little haiku. Play a few notes. It's your little tone poem. Brief meditation. Eventually it gets into, might come into a little improvised. So I'm playing my ukulele like it's a singing bowl, and that's what that device is, Solomon. It's a Tibetan singing bowl. Any bell will work. You've got a singing bowl right here in your lap. Thank you for listening, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Check out the links below. We will explore more music together. And we'll play some holiday songs next 2 weeks. Look forward to seeing you. David, so glad you're here. Thank you. Well, my friends, check the links below. Be sure to enter into the Tree Picks contest. And I wish you well. I'll see you next week. Got a little birthday party to get to. 10 months old. Thanks. I wish you and your family all the best. Stay healthy. Stay well. All blessings. And remember, you can do this little exercise 20,000 times a day, you know, and every time it'll be new. Bringing that concentration is the medicine of music. Coming home to the present moment. All right, I wish you all the best with your moments, good health, happiness, and may you feel the blessings that are surrounding us always, in all ways. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.